What if everything you thought you knew about ancient civilizations was only scratching the surface? From the mysterious light bulbs of Egypt to the invention of writing by the Sumerians, these fascinating facts will change the way you see history. Get ready to uncover secrets that have been buried for centuries and discover how advanced ancient cultures truly were. Are you ready to challenge what you think you know? Let's dive in and explore 10 mind-blowing facts about ancient civilizations that you never knew. The ancient Egyptians had light bulbs. One of the most intriguing theories about ancient Egypt is that the civilization might have had access to electricity long before the modern age. Researchers have pointed to depictions in Egyptian tombs, particularly in the Temple of Hathor at Dendera, that seem to show what looks like a large bulbous object with a filament inside, being held by figures that resemble modern-day light bulbs. Some experts speculate that these images might be illustrating a form of electric lighting, with the idea that the ancient Egyptians could have used a primitive form of electricity to illuminate their tombs or temples. This theory is supported by the discovery of the so-called Baghdad battery, a clay jar from Mesopotamia that could have been used to produce a small electric charge. Though it is far from proven, the possibility that the Egyptians harnessed some form of electricity raises exciting questions about the level of technological knowledge they possessed. If the theory holds any weight, it would suggest that ancient civilizations were far more advanced than we often give them credit for. It also challenges our understanding of history, implying that technologies we associate with the modern era may have been utilized in some form thousands of years ago. Whether or not the Egyptians truly had light bulbs remains a mystery, but the idea continues to captivate the imagination of historians and enthusiasts alike. The Romans invented concrete. The Romans are credited with developing a form of concrete that revolutionized construction in the ancient world. Roman concrete, also known as opus caementicium, was far more durable than anything used in previous civilizations. What made Roman concrete unique was the incorporation of volcanic ash, known as pozzolana, which allowed the material to set and harden even when exposed to water. This innovation enabled the Romans to construct incredible structures like aqueducts, roads, and large public buildings, many of which have survived for over 2 millennia. The Roman Pantheon, with its massive concrete dome, and the Colosseum, a sprawling amphitheater, are just 2 examples of how this enduring technology shaped their empire. Roman concrete was not only a marvel of engineering, but also contributed to the longevity of Roman infrastructure. The secret to its durability lies in its chemical composition, which formed a stable mineral called aluminum tabermorite over time. This mineral helped the concrete withstand cracking and erosion, even in harsh environments like underwater. The use of concrete allowed the Romans to build in ways that were previously unimaginable, creating architectural feats that influenced construction techniques in the modern world. The survival of these ancient structures speaks to the ingenuity of Roman engineering and their ability to create materials that were far ahead of their time. The Mayans predicted the future. The ancient Mayans were exceptional astronomers and mathematicians, developing one of the most accurate calendar systems in history. Their knowledge of celestial movements was so precise that they could predict solar eclipses and other astronomical events with remarkable accuracy. The Mayan long count calendar, which tracked time in cycles of thousands of years, was used to document not only the passage of time, but also to mark significant events in their culture. It was so accurate that modern scientists have found that the Mayans could track the Earth's orbit around the Sun down to the exact day. This deep understanding of the cosmos is reflected in the architecture of their temples and pyramids, which were often aligned with celestial bodies. One of the most famous aspects of Mayan prophecy is the supposed prediction of the end of the world in 2012, which was based on the completion of the 13th cycle of the long count calendar. While many believed this marked the end of human civilization, the Mayans themselves did not view it as an apocalypse, but rather as a transition to a new era. The modern fascination with the 2012 prophecy sparked widespread speculation, but the Mayans' true purpose behind the calendar remains a subject of study. Their ability to track the stars and planets so accurately thousands of years ago continues to amaze researchers, leaving us to wonder what other secrets their ancient knowledge might hold. The lost city of Atlantis. The legend of Atlantis, introduced by the Greek philosopher Plato around 360 BCE, has captivated imaginations for centuries. Plato described Atlantis as a powerful and advanced civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time, thriving on a large island with great wealth, impressive technology, and extraordinary knowledge. According to Plato, Atlantis eventually fell out of favor with the gods due to its inhabitants' moral decline, and the island was submerged into the ocean, disappearing without a trace. Over time, the story has been interpreted as either a myth or a warning about hubris, but some believe that Atlantis could have been based on real events. Various theories have attempted to link the Atlantis myth to real historical events, with one of the most prominent being that it was inspired by the destruction of the Mayan civilization on the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini, around 1600 BCE. The Mayans were an advanced culture that experienced a catastrophic volcanic eruption, which destroyed their society and left behind a mystery. Other theories suggest that Atlantis could have been located in places like the Caribbean, the Antarctic, or even South America. While no definitive evidence has been found to prove the existence of Atlantis, the enduring fascination with the lost city continues, sparking exploration, speculation, and debate about whether Atlantis might one day be uncovered. The ancient Chinese had paper and printing. Long before the invention of the printing press in Europe, the ancient Chinese were already pioneering paper and printing techniques that would revolutionize communication and knowledge sharing across the world. Paper, as we know it today, was invented in China around the 2nd century BCE during the Han Dynasty, using materials like bamboo, hemp, and rags. This innovation replaced more cumbersome materials like silk and bamboo strips, making writing more accessible and affordable. The creation of paper helped propel China into an era of remarkable literary and scholarly achievements, allowing for the distribution of written knowledge to a wider audience. Alongside the invention of paper, the Chinese also developed early forms of printing technology. The technique of woodblock printing, which involved carving entire pages of text onto wooden blocks and then pressing them onto paper, was used as early as the 9th century CE. This allowed for the mass production of books, documents, and even artwork, marking the beginning of a new era in information dissemination. The spread of these printing techniques eventually reached the Islamic world and Europe, where they would have a lasting impact, leading to the invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg. The Chinese innovations in paper and printing laid the foundation for the global spread of knowledge and culture, changing the world in ways that are still felt today. The Sumerians created the first written language. The Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, are credited with creating the world's first written language around 3500 BCE in ancient Mesopotamia. This writing system, known as cuneiform, involved pressing wedge-shaped marks into clay tablets using a reed stylus. Initially developed for record-keeping purposes, such as documenting agricultural transactions and trade agreements, cuneiform gradually evolved to include literature, laws, and historical records. The Sumerians' ability to record information in writing revolutionized communication, laying the foundation for the preservation of culture and knowledge for future generations. Cuneiform played a pivotal role in the development of subsequent civilizations, influencing writing systems in ancient Egypt, Persia, and the Indus Valley. The ability to document laws, religious texts, and poetry helped to shape the cultural and social structures of ancient Mesopotamia, and some of the earliest known works of literature, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, were written in cuneiform. As one of the earliest forms of writing, cuneiform not only allowed for the efficient administration of the Sumerian city-states, but also left behind a legacy that would influence the course of human history, proving that the Sumerians were far ahead of their time in preserving and transmitting knowledge. These fascinating facts about ancient civilizations show just how advanced and innovative ancient cultures truly were. From the mysterious technologies of ancient Egypt to the revolutionary inventions of the Sumerians, it's clear that our ancestors had a profound impact on the world we live in today. Their contributions in fields like astronomy, architecture, writing, and communication still shape modern society. What other ancient secrets do you think are yet to be uncovered? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries from the past. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of history.